Hi guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Arqam Abri, an Emirati soul singer whose beautiful voice brings deep emotion to every song he performs, whether it's a classical cover or his own new tracks. His voice brings a unique depth that makes every song feel personal and real. We're so excited to have him on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I
appreciate it. Very kind of you.
So let's start from the beginning. Were there a lot of music in your home growing up?
Yes, there was. So my dad was a singer, my brother's a singer, and we had a bunch of records and tapes that we used to steal from my dad, and we used to play them. So yeah, we had a lot of music in the house. Yeah.
Tell us, so you were born and raised in the UAE,
That's right,
Emirati.
yeah.
Tell us what being a singer meant for your dad. Like, what did that look like when you were growing up?
My dad was a singer, songwriter. He used to play multiple instruments. He used to play the guitar, the qanun, which is very oriental.
It's very difficult to play the qanun.
It is, yeah. But he used to play the qanun, he used to play the oud, he used to play drums to a certain extent. He used to play almost everything, really. And he used to sing and songwrite as well. So he used to sing his own songs. So that was quite a lot of inspiration at home.
And would he perform around? Or
He would, yeah. He'd perform in the UAE, he'd perform in Zanzibar as well, and Oman as well. So he'd perform in the region. So, yeah.
So what drew you to soul music?
Why do I do soul music?
Yeah.
I think soul music is a beautiful genre. I think we need to have more soul music that sort of moves people. The idea of music is to make a difference, right? And I think sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget that music it makes us feel things that we might not feel otherwise. In a conversation, it's very different, but if you put it into a song, it inspires people. I think it's beautiful. I think we should be able to do more of that. That's why I think for me, soul music is a beautiful thing to do.
Music is emotion. That's so true.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I wonder, what were classes like? Did you have music classes in school?
We did, but we used to do I can't remember what it was. It was like a little, it was somewhat like a flute.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing we used to do. And it wasn't really inspiring, to be honest. So I never did music in school, to be honest. Only did music after. I think when I was, after my last job, which is maybe 30 years later. So I didn't really get to do music in school, unfortunately.
It's interesting because when you look back at how things were taught, I went to school, there was the Irish language and it was taught in a difficult way and therefore I didn't have love for it. But now I have love for it in a different way. You connect to it differently.
I never had music school in my school. We were never taught music.
There were no music classes?
No music classes.
Really?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
It was, should I say that?
I'm sure it's changed.
It actually didn't change. The producer's telling me not to mention.
If you're a school watching now, please encourage music because you could have amazing artists like Arqam in your class. Was your journey always direct straight into music? Like
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I was in corporate for a long time. I worked for Do. I worked for HSBC. Can I say those names?
Yeah.
I worked for HSBC. I worked for a few different companies, some semi-government companies. And then I decided that I wanted to do something that was more fulfilling. And it wasn't music to begin with, to be honest. It was sustainability. And then when I used to go to my meetings, I used to record myself singing because I used to motivate myself. And that was kind of how it started. And then I started doing open mics, and then things just snowballed to where I am now. And I'm supremely humbled. I can't complain.
Wow.
So what's one song that made you fall in love with music, and have you performed it yet? Or?
No, there's a song called "A Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke. And it's a song that I really love, but I've never performed it live before.
Would you perform it live?
I feel like it's a very personal song. I feel like I'd rather keep it to myself. There's a lot of songs that I would love to sing, but I feel like they're very personal songs that I don't really want to.
Would you say it holds a sentimental value to you?
Most definitely. That song is such a beautiful song. And it's a song about hope, but it sounds like a sad song. So, I mean, that kind of songs, I really keep it to myself because I feel like it's also my own therapy, really, put it that way.
Tell us, describe your music to our audience. You do covers, but you're also in the process of creating your own tracks.
Yeah. So I do covers, my own rendition of covers, I think. I think it's very important that as a musician, you sort of take a song and you make it your own as well. It's very important. I do my originals as well. I have about 8 tracks out now. I'm doing a performance at the Fridge, mixing my originals and my covers on the 11th of Feb. And I'm looking forward to sort of sharing that kind of music. And I think it's music that really has the message, that has an idea, that has a sentiment to inspire people. I would hope so. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that.
It's beautiful to have that message. It really
So
is.
soul music basically has its own cultural storytelling. It has deep emotions. But would you say that being Emirati has influenced your music in any type of way?
Yeah, a lot of the songs that I've done, my original songs, have a lot of Emirati elements into it. I had the Ayala into one of my songs. I had the Oud in my other songs. So I do try to add some percussions, some ideas of who we are, even the messages as well. Peace, tolerance, all these ideas, love, they're all part of the songs that I put together. So I do have a lot of elements that I think have an impression of who we are as a people. And so I like to create music that has elements of both soul music and who we are. And that's, I think, the idea of making music is an impression of who you are.
By the way, last year in 2024, I tried to learn the oud, but it was so difficult for me to learn it to the point where I lost motivation and I just quit all of my classes. How do you stay motivated to learning new instruments?
For me, I love to make music, so to learn new instruments is always interesting for me.
You have to like it. You have to be passionate.
But I used to love classic music, but it was so difficult for me to learn it, I just quit.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we have I think there's always a reason why you start something, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we forget the reason why we start something. So for me, like I play the guitar. I learned the guitar during the COVID, during lockdown.
Oh.
And I just learned from YouTube, from the University of YouTube. So for me, something that I wanted to learn because I wanted to write more music. And I didn't have a chance to be able to work with other guitarists at the time because of lockdown.
Right.
So it's just a motivation. It's based on your purpose, right?
Exactly. Masa, your purpose. You mentioned you have a performance upcoming at the Fridge, and I wonder how would you describe the music scene has changed over the last couple of years in Dubai? Where is it right now for people maybe who are watching from abroad and would like to come here and kind of flex their wings as artists?
The music scene has changed quite a lot. I think it's such a beautiful time to do music in the UAE right now. There are a lot of young artists coming up that I love. I think we need to have more. I would like to see more radio play. I think radio play is lacking. Because as a tourist, you come to the city and you put the radio on and all you hear is Rihanna and, you know, whoever
the pop
it is.
music and TikTok trends.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be amazing if we had more local music on the radio stations as well.
Yeah.
So for me, that's something that I think I'd like to focus on as well. But a lot of things are changing. We are focusing more on local music, especially for events. And so that's something that I love to push forward and hopefully have more things like that. We performed recently with Lang Lang, which was amazing. And a couple of years back, it never would have happened. They would have got somebody else from abroad to come in and open for Lang Lang or perform with Lang Lang. I think it's very important that we have
Our own talents.
yeah,
basically.
on stage with all this international. We learn a lot more. We get more inspired. We're driven. So I think it's very important that we do more of this. And it's happening. So it's just a way forward, I imagine.
And if someone hears you for the first time, what would you hope they remember about you?
I hope I would like to think that they're moved. For me, my music is not about dancing. It's more about feeling something. So I hope they feel something. I hope there's some introspection. I hope that they feel something. That's the idea of making music. Well, for me at least, I would imagine.
No, really nice, and we're actually going to hopefully get a short performance very shortly. But before that, what's one message you would send to, I guess, aspiring young Emirati musicians who are thinking about a career path in music?
I think it's very important to delve in yourself as well. I had a conversation with somebody else recently. It's important to delve in yourself, to know who you are. Your music is a reflection of yourself. So it's very important to know who you are, at least try to figure who you are, so your music is authentic. Let's not try to be what we want people to perceive us. Let's be who we are. Let's be authentic. And that's the idea. I think we have to be, we have to create musicians that are real musicians and not trying to emulate other musicians. And I think that's the important part. So I hope people find themselves and they make music that's real.
So, right before this interview, we said, could we get a little cheeky performance?
Yeah.
And I said no.
No, that's the end of the show.
No, I'm playing.
You have said yes.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, amazing. So we're going to put you on the spot a little bit if that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah. There's a song called Forever that I wrote with a Chilean artist. And it's a song, I think that the idea of immortality is sometimes not really about living forever, but it's the idea of making a difference and passing it down. So the song is called Forever for that reason.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Should I start?
So go ahead.
Start away.
Fair enough.
Whoa, that I found a way for love to make it through, and I hope that someday we gon' find what we're searching for. I've got the love to believe we can really live forever. We're gonna live forever. I've got the hope to believe we can really live forever.
That was it.
Oh, so good. Amazing.
I'm still the way.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Everyone who's watching, I'm sure you're as touched by that as we were. That's phenomenal, and you're going to be playing at the Fridge soon. How can people find you? How can people know more about you?
I'm on Instagram at r.qam. I'm on TikTok as well at Arqam Official. I don't really use my TikTok as often as I should. Because I don't dance. I don't know TikTok. I don't dance.
Just sing.
I'm on YouTube as well. I'm doing a couple of new videos with Music Travel Love soon. We're doing a couple new songs, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm going to be playing on the 11th of Feb at the Fridge. Tickets are online. And yeah, it would be nice to see everybody down there, and I hope I can make people feel something.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much. Really, like I'll be coming down to the Fridge for sure.
I'll put you on guest list.
Oh, thank you.
More people need to hear your voice. So beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Far too kind. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Amazing. That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you, Basa.
Thank you.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.